Okay, welcome to class, everybody. We have the as it's this with four others. Okay, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Chat. You can chat so that we. I don't know. So I'll be sure of people that are here. Okay, fine. I think I got a like from someone, meaning the person can hear me. Okay, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, please let me be sure. Good morning. Fine. Abuloma. Okay, fine. Welcome. If you can hear me, please write on the. Fine. Good morning. Good morning. Blessing. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Please, if you can hear me very well, I want you to write. I can hear you so that we can start today's class because of the network. Fine. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Sunday, for that reply. Thank you, Sunday, for that reply. I want us to go into what we have. We're going to have a class. Okay. I will hold on for other people to join the next 1 minute. This is 10. I'm going to start the class so that people, as many of the people that are not here, so that they can actually join us. Okay, without wasting much time, because we have people here, let's quickly do this. Okay, it's already 10:10. Please, as we go on into this class, I know most of us might have a lot. Please, can you learn in class so that we go with the speed of light? Can you tell me what you have learned in class so that we go with the speed of light? So just tell me what you learned. Just tell me what you have learned in the video. The video is blank. Wait, is that the video is blank on your end? Let me be sure, please. Okay. Can't see. Please, I want to be sure. As many of us that are online, please, I want to be sure. If you can't see me, let me know. Please, I want to be sure. There's somebody saying that you're going to be doing you're going to be doing an assessment. Right. Um, please, for the last we learned about data types and all like that, quantitative. I'm saying part of it. Can you please tell me what you have learned in the last class before we do assessment? Then let me tell us this that starting from next class, basically, we might in the next class in the live section, we are going to get back to you on how we are going to take the class. After watching the videos, it's likely most of us are going to be submitting our assignment. Not most of us, all of us are going to be submitting our assignment through a mail. So I'll get back to us on the group, getting the Q&A and assignment alone. Okay, now let me say this also. Please let us be conscious of the fact that doing the assessment does not make you a pro. Please, I want us to be very I want us to be very careful with that. So don't just say because you have done the assessment, you just want to do the assessment alone and then no. Make sure you are getting the explanation from the video, and then when we do our practicals also, make sure you're practicing and then you're submitting your assignments well, so that you can be a pro in that analysis. You cannot. It's not about the analysis alone. So that's that on that. Okay. Please, we don't have much time, so and have a wonderful day. So we don't have much time. Please, can you tell us what you have in the last class? I'm not getting the chat again. Is it my end or the end? Okay, please can we tell us? I learned about data analytic type and data format. Okay, that's good. Oyin Consola Almi say she learned about data type and data format. Okay, I think somebody reached out to me about data type and data format, especially when it comes to numbering that relates to phone numbers. Somebody reached out to me, and I would love. If I told the person on the data analysis class or question, you can reach out to it is best here. Then, as many of us that want to download, get your software, make sure you get your software because your next class is going to be practical, showing you practical workspace. So you'll be doing some basic functions in Excel, and that one might involve you submitting online. So that's that on that. Then if you have issues with installation, let me know and all that like that. Okay, or more. Okay, Ebolomo said I learned different data format that can be used for data analysis. That's fine. The field, the various data type as a name, string, and all. I learned about data analysis. Okay, fine. I think that's that. Okay, fine. That's good. Okay, you learned string. Okay, Usman is saying he learned about string, integers, floating, okay, and data formats. Okay, I learned about. Okay, Sunday is saying I learned about different data type and data format. Emmanuel is saying, my namesake is saying, what are we downloading? Okay, what are we downloading? I said, your Excel software. You need to download your Excel software because we're doing some basic functions or your differences between data format and data format. Okay, Sam, okay, well done. And when to use them. Nice, that's beautiful. Okay, Emmanuel is saying which Excel, what okay, you can download from 2013 upward, 2013, 2016, 365. Then also if you have WPS, fine. But WPS will not actually do the full gist, especially when it comes to other aspect of Excel, when it comes to visualization. So it's better you get your Excel file. If you have issues with that, let's talk about that so that we can fix that. So you can download online or go to a computer village and then download the Excel file because you'll be doing your assignment on the Excel. Okay, the difference between data format, data type. Wow, that's beautiful. Data format, data type. Okay, that's okay. Okay, fine. Mr. Shah is saying tools in data analysis in MS Word and all like that. Also, most of the tools can be used in place of others. Okay, okay, that's that on that. Okay, what are the other things? What are the other things like that? I guess the camera is acting up. Let me check. Let me show off. Let me show off out. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Learn about data analysis and all differences between. Fine, I think it should come up now. Okay, differences between data format. That's nice. That's nice. Between data format. Good, beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, I think we are. Okay, I think Faith is saying. Faith Daniel is saying about data collection tools. Wow, that's good. Good morning. Okay, fine. Innocence too. Thank you. Field data types, categories, string, example. I also learned about where to get data, where to create, and where I can create data set. Good, that's beautiful. Blessing is saying I learned about data type, data. Just joining us. Let's start check your network. Innocent is saying are different ways in which data type format can be represented on Excel sheet. Good, that's nice. That's nice. Then Emmanuel, I learned about data type, which is which is a way a value represented. They are different type of. Okay, fine. Okay, Cedar Bright saying he can't wait for us to start physical class. Okay, the practical class. Don't worry, the practical class is starting now. Just try and download your file. Please download your file. Manuel is saying that he learns about integers, number, figure, forms, floats in form of decimal, boolean in form of true and false. Now, let me say this one. Please, you need to understand the data types, you need to understand data format very well. It is very important because when you start your analysis, when you start your prepare your cleaning data types, you need to understand data format very well. It is very important because when you start your analysis, when you start your prepare your cleaning and you're preparing your data for effective use, you will be compacting your data set that are arranged in rows and in columns into specific data formats. So if you don't know how to do that, we're going to do that in practical class. I'm going to teach you. So we have to understand which one is Boolean, which one is. So please, every other aspect of the class, our heart, so that when we start practicals, you get so it will not actually, you not have issues with other things. Like you not have issues with other things. Okay, fine, beautiful. I think this is nice. Okay, depends on the data and they're using integers and numbers, floating. That's why I learned about data type string, integers, whole numbers, float, decimal, boolean. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, that's beautiful. It means that we we are not we are getting it. Somebody is saying I cannot see. Wow, you can't see my screen. That is deep. You can't see my screen. Wow, you can't see my screen. That's deep. Oh. I don't know why you can't see my screen. Okay, fine. If somebody's saying fine. Wasa. Now, okay, fine. Can we go into questions? Can we go into questions? If you have questions from the class, let's go into question. Okay, okay, fine. That's beautiful. Can we all ask our questions? If you have any questions, some people reach out during the week, but I told them to come here so that we can learn together. Please let's ask our questions now. Let's go into our questions. We don't have much time so that we can take our quiz. Let's ask our questions. Please feel free to ask your questions. I understand that your day might be actually thick and then you might have issues with getting to understand a part. I know questions might not be so much when we start practicals. A lot of us are going to be having a lot of questions and then deadlines to submit our practical um, test. Now let's go into questions. Okay, somebody asked already. Please explain what data scraping is. Okay, let me explain what data scraping is. A data scraping or web scraping. Now, this is the process by which you are getting your data from a website. The data is already placed online. So when it is placed online, when you pick the data off the website, it's called web scraping. Now let me explain that. You know, when you sometimes like that, you can have a data set stored. Probably if you collect your data yourself, probably by manual entry, or you use Google for you use survey, you can save them into CSV file, Excel format, and all like that. That is one. And I told us that we have a part where we have database. That's why we use SQL, structured query language, to bring those ones back. That one is under database management. You understand? But this one, you don't have it in the database. You are doing the research. You don't have it in database. You don't have your Excel file. You are not doing it manually. And then the data is on a web. For example, now you need the the list of local government in Lagos State, then um few details about them like that. You get so, and then you need okay list of local government in Lagos State, then and the location of airport in Lagos State. So what you do is that okay fine, you don't have it on your Excel file, you don't have it in your database, it is on the web. So what you do is that you do two things. Number one, you can use Python to scrape it, which it has rules actually. There's some websites you cannot just scrape, or you use Excel. You take it from Excel. You bring your file from the web from Excel. So that is called web scraping. It is not in the file. It is not in the database management. So it is on the web. So you scrape it based on your research. I think if I've answered your question, please, Emmanuel, please you can write if I've answered your question. Okay, sir. Okay. Sunday is asking. Okay, for this course, based on the institute, we are not selling or giving out materials for this course. But if you need additional classes like that for this course and you need help, you can reach out to me. That's not a big deal. But there's no specific course outline for you. We have curriculum, we have everything under under the institute. So basically, there's no course. Okay. Okay, Emmanuel is still asking, okay, web scraping and how we go the process of going about it. Okay, I explained the other time. Probably you did not get the understanding. Like, okay, probably did not understand it. Let me repeat that. I said web scraping is the process of getting your data set from the web. It is different from going to Kaggle. I told us in the video, I said you can get your data set from Kaggle or from website that actually stores data. But sometimes you might not get the accurate. There's one time like that we are working on a research and we needed data set. There's one time I am like this. I was working on a project like that, sustainable job against inflation in Nigeria. So, and we need data sets to actually prove and actually solve that problem. So, what what I did was that I went online. Where can I get inflation alongside with employment rates in Nigeria? Where can I get um, job rating with prices in Nigeria? So what we just do that we went through the web and then pick those data and then we brought it into Excel, because some data might be in form of image, some of them might be in form of letters, some of them might be in form of table. So we have to bring it through web scraping, bring it to Excel, then clean it. Then after cleaning it, prepare it well, format it well, then we now do the analysis before we can get our desired result. So it was not on Kaggle, it was the data set was not on Kaggle, it was not in an Excel file. So it was due to research. We brought it from the web, stored it in an Excel file, then we did our necessary analysis on it. So that's that on that. Now, can we have other questions? Can we have other questions, please? Okay, Raji Ademola is saying that Good understanding of data format, mainly about structure, but different formats. Okay, different formatting. Fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Mr. Shah is saying, how can if Mr. Emmanuel, if I've answered your question, please you can actually write on the chat so that I'll be 100% sure. And if you need more explanation, that is why we are here. Okay, Mr. Shah is asking, how can someone access data from data site, especially the open data portal, World Bank, and GitHub? Okay, fine. Two things now. That open data portal. There are two things involved. You can download. Sometimes you download those files if it's given. Sometimes they can restrict it. Some data basically they can actually get it as they can write it in a published format like a PDF file. So you will want to actually get those data yourself. It's either you do web scraping, probably in Excel, or you take it from Excel or use Python. So actually, there's a way you are going to write your code. Then you bring the data. Although you have to be sure if they don't allow you to scrape their website, you cannot just go and scrape website. But mostly there are some open places like this place, like open data portal where you can get your data set. Now GitHub too, you can download it on GitHub. You're going to sign up to GitHub. You're going to sign up to GitHub. As many of us are going to end this class with all successfully, there'll be a section after the class where I'll be telling us about LinkedIn optimization, storytelling, GitHub, documenting your capstone project on your GitHub, and then working with real life projects. So that one is at the back of the class. So we are going to reach out to me for that basically. So now, in respect of that, now you can download it, sign up to GitHub, download it. I mean, about that are not on LinkedIn. Some of us are going to be documenting some of our assignments on LinkedIn. We're going to document some of our assignments on LinkedIn. So please, you're going to open your LinkedIn. It might not be not now, not now. You might not be right. Open your LinkedIn. Open your LinkedIn. You might not open your LinkedIn now. You can just leave your time, understand the course. Then, then after we can go on with other things like that. So as I've said, you can do that. Download it. Download them. Download it from your portal one. Then you can actually bring it through coding like that. So that's that on that. So now we have different one. We have different sites you can download. For what we are going when you are going to business analysis and you need probably financial reports, you can go to stock analysis and all like that online. But you have to understand how to do it so that please question. Okay, Manuel says I answered the question very well. Thank you so much. That's that. Is there a structured way of collecting or organizing data? Is there a structured way of collecting? Okay, fine. Let me answer that question. I hope I get the question right. Now, the truth be told, data can be structured even when it's unstructured. For every unstructured data that you have that is not saved, that is not collated together, you need to make it a structured one. Like you need to get it together, put it in a file, probably an Excel file, CSV, and all like that. Then you now work on your analysis. So that is that on that. That is that on that. So now, if you now have if you're working on analysis like that, I did a research. I did a research analysis for someone that was I think during last week, and then the person is working on experimental research like that. Experimental research like that. So and then the person actually did the research. When the person was done, the person collated the results because it was handmade manually. Now, some people when they are doing their research, they can use Google Form, Cocoa Toolbox to actually get their information. They will just send a link to the respondent, and the respondent will fill it. After filling it, it comes back as an Excel file. So it comes back as an Excel file. So you now you open it in form of CSV and all like that. Okay, Okay, in case data was different. Okay, about that. Okay, Sam is saying okay. In case data was sent to us as text, yes. If data is sent to you by text, you can convert it into Excel sheets. It depends on the format of the text and what you need. Now, let me say this word. Um, let me say to us that when you are doing any analysis, you should understand that your aim and objective is very important because your aim and objective is very important. Now, it is not all data sets you use for your analysis. Your sometimes some might be jargons. If they are not actually pointing to your aim and objective, you don't need to trouble yourself about it. But when you need a data and then it is in form of text, you'll be the one to copy. That's why you have to copy it, then bring it into Excel, depending on how the format is. So when you bring Excel in form of text, when you copy a text from probably a text, it's going to be a text, and you copy it to Excel, it will remain text. That is where data formatting involves. That is where you now speak, okay, fine, this text is now it's supposed to be in numbers, it's supposed to be in text, it is bowling, it is floating, and also you are going to separate it. There's one time like when I did the analysis, after getting the data set, and after I brought the data set from text, we brought it to Excel, it looks like jargons, and some are like combined together, like having a name of Pentecost Arena slash something dash like that. So what we did was that we did this one when you get to understand when we do our cleaning process, you understand it in practical class. We did text to column. So what we did is that we did it as text to column. We placed all those texts into columns. So there's a function you would use, and there's a formatting you're going to use when you get to your interface. Don't worry, in your next class, you'll be learning about Excel interface and how to use Excel interface very well. So in your interface, there's a way you're going to click on those things, you highlight them. So you fix in those things you are in. See, let me say this one. Data cleaning is 80% of data analysis. I repeat, data cleaning is 80% of data analysis. So to gather your data fine, then you now clean it, put it in the right format. That's why I'm teaching us the right format. Because for every column, you need to format it well so that your analysis will be smooth. So when you do that, don't worry, you get to understand more about that when you bring it to the test. Somebody asked during the week and said, the person asked that, okay, when you have a data format, for example, when we have data format of the name of a person, Emmanuel, and then you have Emmanuel and the country, Emmanuel, Nigeria, and then we have Sade, Togo. Now, you have them together. If you bring it to Excel, it will be like that together. What you do is that you have to structure it, you format it, you clean it, you prepare it, you separate them. So you bring the Emmanuel separately, you bring Nigeria separately. That is your work. You bring Sade separately, you bring Togo separately. Now, what are you going to do? You format it. For the name, you put it as string or text. Now, for the other one, because it's a country, you can use text or general. But if you are doing analysis where you need to show your map, you have to format it and put it in the form of country. So the formatting will be different. The name will be name. Then the formatting of Nigeria and Togo will be country. So because this is in country, when you analyze anything related to country, it will give you the exact thing you need. So that's why I told us that we have to understand formatting well before we go into the practical class. If the foundation is destroyed, what can the writers do? That's why I'm teaching us that we should store all these details in our heart, because when practical class comes, you will not be confused. So that you'll not be confused. Okay, please, what is fine? Okay, CSV is comma separated value. Now it's a plain text format used to store tabular data. You get, so CSV just like a format of let me say PDF. You know where you have PDF, like the end format of a file. So when I say CSV we have XLXX. So all those formatting, if you don't have it in that format, it might not be able to open in Excel. You understand? You get, so that it can be in a tabular form. That is why we use a CSV file. So let's start that on that. Okay, Innocent is asking, please, there is a difference between spreadsheet and Excel file. Is there a difference between, okay, is there a difference between spreadsheet and Excel file? Now, no, 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 there's no difference between spreadsheet and Excel file. Now, go and check what I told you. It is not only CSV, Excel is opening. Oh, no, we have other formats. We have different formats. You get, check the book, what I sent was on the video. We have different formats. But spreadsheet and Excel file, spreadsheet is the sheet. We have Excel too. Excel file is a document. Spreadsheet is an interface. Excel too has a spreadsheet. Excel spreadsheet. When you open it, is like the interface. File is a document. The sheet is just like a table. Yes, in rows and column. So now your different spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is the rows and column, A, B, C, D, and the one, two, three. Then the file is the document itself. I hope I've answered that question. If I've answered your question, please write it so that I'll be 100% sure. Balogun Precious saying, please, what's the difference between Google Sheet and Excel Sheet? Okay, fine. I explained in last class, probably because you're not around. Okay, I'll explain again. Now, Google Sheet and Excel Sheet. Excel Sheet is owned by Microsoft. Google Sheet is owned by Google. Did you get that? You know, we have Microsoft Office, we have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint. So now, Google Sheet is owned by Google, but the two are sheets. You are representing your data in form of a table. So what you do is that what you need to know is that if you can operate Excel sheets, you can operate a Google sheet. They are both sheets, but the interface is different. Like the way you're going to the placement of where you're going to do your functions are not different, but they work and give the same set of results. Like for example, now let me give you instances. Like we have WPS. WPS too has its own spreadsheet. You get, so and then the same interface basically always it looks alike, but you have to understand that they actually perform almost the same function, and how you can use it. So that's that. Please, I want more questions so that in the next few minutes we can leave. Please, what's the difference between, okay, I think I answered that. What is the difference between data analytics and business? Emmanuel, I wish we are in the last class. That's why I don't want us to actually miss any of the classes. I don't want us to actually miss any of the classes. That's why I told us that missing classes, it doesn't actually pay anybody. Please don't let us miss any of the classes, because I've said it in the first class, I said it in the second class, I said it in the third class. You get, so please don't let us miss any of the classes. Okay, so I'm going to tell us again. I'm going to tell us this again and again. Now notice now let me start with analysis. Analysis, I told us that is the process of um collecting, transforming, cleaning, and then analyzing data to draw conclusions and bring support to decision making. It can be, you can use it for your descriptive analysis, creating visuals and all like that. Why data analytics include the application of those analysis into making predictions, prescription techniques. You understand? Answering, using it to answer questions. Let me make it that way. Like what happened? Why did something happen? Why is it likely to happen? That is data analytics. Now, the application of that into analysis, that is data analytics. So analysis is the process of you collect your data, you transform your data, you clean your data, you make decisions on it. Analytics is the action word, just like the verb. Why you okay, what happened, why did it happen, what you need to show um what actually happened. Now let's now go into business analysis. Now, business analysis basically is being directed into a certain part of analysis. Now let me say this one so that you get the understanding. The business that is there makes it narrow it down into business, getting to know your KPI, your key performance indicator, getting to know the amount of profit, things like that. Everything on business. Now, let me say this. I said before, if you learn data analysis is like the father of all. Like, so far there's data, you can solve all problems. But if you now narrow it down into businesses, getting your KPI, your sales performance, and all like that, that is where we now do business analysis. Now, we have financial analysis, we have clinical analysis, we have um, research analysis, we have marketing analysis. Everything just means that you are narrowing it down to its part. Now, let me give an example. I studied agricultural engineering in school. So now in MSc, basically, you cannot narrow it down to okay, farm power and machinery, okay, soil and water, narrow that to crop processing and storage. That is how it looks like. You are narrowing it down to businesses, into business. So now people that do research now, you call your their research analyst. Now people that do into business, business analyst. You get marketing analyst, you get HR analyst. So that is how you narrow it down. Emmanuel, if I answered your question, please you can tell me, let me know. If you're ma I have no availability to a laptop content. Can I use WPS? Please reach out to me. I want to be sure. Is it WPS on phone? Please, Fema, please, can you please explain very well? Is it WPS on your phone? Because you have to use your phone. You have to use your phone because you have to. If you start creating dashboard, you can't use. You can't. You have to use your system. Sorry, you can't use your phone. So please, there are some things that can be done on your phone, having WPS and all like that. Fine, but you can't do analysis on phone. You have to do it on the system. So is it that you have WPS on your system or you have to your phone? Please, I want to be sure. Okay, Sam. Okay, I like what you said. You see, this is serious. Net, that's the truth. I repeat. Cost me anywhere. Data analysis is 80% cleaning. See, other ones, they are not. If you know, fine. Let's be true. If you know what you are doing, actually, if you don't know what you are doing, fine. But data analysis is 80% cleaning. The cleaning is the process by okay, somebody cannot give a data set that is very dirty. Like the name, you have name there, you have phone number, you have their profit, you have their everything of details of their customer there inside a file. In another file, you can have okay their location and all like that, what they made, what the quantity of what they bought in another file. So you'll be the one to bring the two files, bring them together. You now sort it, clean it, put them very well, put it on a proper case. Don't worry, when we start data cleaning in your next practical class, you will understand better. You place them properly, proper case, lower case, format it, make it nice before you know the analysis. Because if you run your analysis without a proper cleaning, you will not get your desired results. Some might actually give you details where you have your total amount in three decimal places, some two decimal places, one. You have to make everything balanced before you do analysis. So that's the 80% cleaning. It is 80% cleaning. So you have to get that. So I need more questions. I need more questions. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I think somebody's asking a question. Let me check. Okay. What is okay? Please, if I've answered your question, please let me know. Please, I want to know so that time is precious, so that we can know if I'm communicating well. And if you can hear me, if you have issues, let me. What is difference between worksheet? Sorry. What is the difference between worksheet and workbook? Okay, fine. Good question. A workbook is a file that contains one or two or more worksheets. That's a workbook. Just like a notebook. And then a sheet. A single sheet is within a workbook. I think I've answered that question like that. Like a worksheet, okay. Like sometimes like that might be within analysis. There's one time like that within analysis where you combine three worksheets, sheet one, sheet two, sheet three, sheet four together. Let me give you an instance. Like everybody's performances for this class, not for only this class, for all the department, basically is in a worksheet. So your quiz and all your assessment, they on worksheet. For week one, we have week one. For week two, we have week two. Week three, week four, week one. Till all the weeks. Now the book itself is the workbook, while the sheet is just one. I think I've answered that question. If I have not answered the question, please let me know. Ah, okay, fine. Okay, see that right. Probably reach out to me. Reach out to me. You say you have not been able to open your LinkedIn account because it's not working through. Don't worry. Don't worry. You can reach out to me. You can fix that. But for now, reach out to me. But for now, we will do LinkedIn optimization later on. That I'll take us through LinkedIn optimization. But for this class, let us learn the functions. We'll come back to when we are done with assessment. I give you assignments. You are done with it. So out of them, we are going to be documenting them on LinkedIn. So I want good result from our assignment, so that when you document something professional online, recruiters will actually see you. So for your LinkedIn account, you have not been able to bypass the catch. You will do that. It's simple now. You will do that. Don't worry. You get to do that. So when we do the LinkedIn optimization, I'll teach you also those ones. But this is not hard if you want to open your LinkedIn account. So without wasting much time, please, we need to go with the people that please, if you don't have any question, please can you comment here and say no question. If you don't have any question, and if I've answered your question, fine. If you have any question, please, you have two, let me say, you have 3 minutes to answer. I said answer to ask your question. To ask your question. Okay. If you can get me, if you understand what I've explained, just say I understand. Let me see your I want to get review of the questions. Review from your question. So if you have any question, right? If you can still hear me, let me know. Then I need a review. If I've answered your question, I need a review of on the question. I need a review on the videos. I need a review on the class, and I need a review so that we can actually work better. No more question. No more question. Fine. Please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Now I need a review on the class. Hope you are getting it. If you are getting it, tell me I'm getting it. Let me just write it there like that. Okay, I think sorry, I think the network actually took me off from the live stream. I think okay, okay, I can't hear okay, fine. Some of you can hear me. So now we are gonna be taking our quiz now. I think because of the network, I think my own network actually went off like that from here. So what we do is that we will be taking our quiz. You're also having problems. So don't worry, we're taking our quiz from here. So I'm going to end the live stream now so we can get it's back but no video. Okay, the video is back. Yeah, I get. But no video yet. Okay, no problem, it's fine. So now I'm gonna be dropping the link for the quiz now. So as many of us that have it. Okay, you're also having if you have issues with your LinkedIn account, if you have issues with your LinkedIn account, you can reach out. The screen is green. Oh god. Okay, fine. Okay, probably the network. Now for the quiz, I'm going to I sent the form for the quiz. You can use that one for your quiz now. Then if you have any issue with if you have any issue with your LinkedIn, don't worry. As we go on after the class, we're doing LinkedIn optimization. We'll do LinkedIn optimization so we can actually get that. The screen is showing green. Please, oh, blessing, your question. Okay, blessing. Let me check. Let me check blessing's question. I think the network is acting up, so we can. Now, because of time and because of network, let's do it like this. Let's end this section now. Blessing can reach out so that I can answer your question. So now let's end the class now. Nothing is shown on the screen, but you guys can hear me, right? Okay, fine. So I'm going to end the section now. So I'm going to I sent the link for the quiz so we can actually do the quiz now. Then blessing, please get blessing, please can you chat me up for your question so that we can have a wonderful day. So thank you so much for your time. I'll send you the link for the I send the links for the quiz. You can do your quiz now. Thank you so much for your time. Or let me quickly check if I can get to see blessing. Blessing's question. Blessing. Okay, just coming. I can't hear you. Okay, okay, fine. Well, okay, fine. Okay, bless. I think I can get your question. It says, "Sir, please, as a biochemistry student that wants to work in an industry sector, okay, is there a particular aspect to focus on as a data analyst?" Now, there's no particular. You have to understand how to analyze. If you understand how to analyze, basically any sector you work in, so far as data, you just apply what you have used in your tools to solve the problem you're asked to solve. So that is that on that. So blessing, you can reach out to me if I have not answered the question. So you can actually, I need to off this now so that we can actually go. Please, that is the form for the quiz. Please let's endeavor to do our quiz. Thank you so much. The Lord bless us.